All right, Laney, what you got there?
I got the whole Earth.
The whole Earth. And what is that black line that goes around the middle of the Earth?
It is the equator.
And is it hot or cold at the equator?
Warm.
All right. And everything that's above the equator, what is that called? Do you remember?
The northern hemisphere.
The northern hemisphere?
The northern hemisphere.
And what is everything below the equator?
The southern hemisphere.
All right. And what is that thing at the very bottom? The phone rings just like it does during school, doesn't it, honey?
Yeah.
What's the very thing at the very bottom of the Earth? What's that called?
Antarctica.
And what's the pole? Is that North Pole or South Pole?
South Pole.
And is it hot or cold at the South Pole?
Very cold.
All right. And what is that at the top?
The North Pole.
And is it hot or cold there?
Cold.
All right. Do you remember what continent we live on?
We live on the continent of the United States.
That's our country. Do you remember what continent it is?
Yes. It's the southern hemisphere.
That's the northern hemisphere.
Northern hemisphere.
North America.
North America.
And you said our country was what?
The United States.
Of America. And what's our state called?
North America.
No, our state.
Alabama.
And what's our city?
Hello.
Good. Can you show me on that globe where we live?
Right where the dot is.
Very good. And why do we put a dot there so we would know where we were?
Yeah, because I kind of get confused.
Do you remember? Can you remember some of the other continents? There's North America. What's another continent?
Europe.
Europe. And what's another continent that's down below us?
Australia.
Well, that's good. All right. And what's another continent?
South America.
South America. That's kind of what's down below us. And what about what's the continent that you like so much that has China in it? No, that's where Bendy lives.
Oh.
Remember what it's called? Starts with an A.
Alaska.
Asia.
Asia.
Yep.
Asia.
Very good. And do you remember the other continent that's big, that there's a lot of rainforests and deserts in?
That's the continent.
That continent, and what's that continent called? It starts with an A also.
Algeria?
Algeria, that's a country. Africa.
Africa, yeah.
Very good.